Emma, where have you been wandering around? You haven't even made dinner. I'm getting hungry. Aren't you going to prepare anything? I think I mentioned this a few days ago, but I have a class reunion today, so I said I'd eat dinner before coming home. So, what about my dinner? What do you mean? You're the one who always makes dinner, so you should have prepared something before leaving. But didn't you say that you'd make dinner yourself? When I said I was going to the reunion, you said, then I'll make dinner, don't worry about it. Did you forget? I only said that because of the situation. My husband was right there. I was being considerate. Otherwise, he would have thought you were a useless wife who doesn't do housework. Wait, what do you mean? So you weren't actually planning to make dinner, but you said you would just because my father-in-law was there? I said it for your sake, so you should be grateful. Well, if that's the case, you should have told me. Otherwise, I wouldn't know. Besides, you're a housewife too, so it seemed natural that you'd make dinner in my place. If you had said you wouldn't do it, your husband would have thought you were slacking off, so you said you'd take over in the kitchen, right? Huh? So what if I did? Either way, you're the one who married into the family. You're a stay-at-home wife, so there's no way you can slack off on housework. That might be true, but in that case, I'll be more careful from now on. Even if you're just putting on a show in front of your husband, I now understand that I still need to make dinner. Actually, I didn't think you'd lie for self-preservation like that, so if I need to adapt to that, please let me know. I'm doing this for your sake, not mine. Don't act so high and mighty. It's only natural for you to be considerate since you married into this family. Don't get cocky. Don't try to push your responsibilities onto others just because you want to slack off on housework. Huh? How did it become about that? If you haven't finished your housework, you shouldn't be going out to play. Come home right now and make dinner. What about dinner after my son comes home? Enough with this nonsense. Like I said, today I have a reunion, so it's not possible. You said you would make dinner, so please handle it just for today. You're the one who didn't tell me that you weren't actually planning to make it. I've bought enough ingredients, so there's plenty of food. I said stop fooling around. Make dinner before you go. What kind of attitude is this toward your mother-in-law? I couldn't care less about your reunion. It's your fault for not preparing. This is why I keep saying he should divorce you. It's too late to say that now. My college professor is hosting this at his home. He's already made preparations, and I can't just say I'm not coming at this point. That's not my problem. Blame your own lack of preparation. Otherwise, I'm kicking you out. I'll tell my son everything. Tell him what exactly? That you promised to make dinner and now you're refusing? Or that you're threatening his pregnant wife? I'll tell him how disrespectful you've been, how you never listen to me, how you're always looking for excuses to avoid housework. Do you think he'll take your side over his own mother's? He knows I do more than my share around here, even with morning sickness. I still manage to keep this place clean and make meals for everyone. What exactly do you do all day besides watch TV and criticize me? How dare you speak to me like that, after everything I've done for you? I raised a son good enough for you to marry, didn't I? You should be grateful every day. Grateful for what? For being treated like a servant? For being criticized constantly? For having to give up my career while you contribute nothing to this household? Nothing? This is my house. You're living under my roof. And you have the audacity to say I contribute nothing? But I'm pregnant. Just leave the kid and get out. I'm sorry about today. I'll listen to what you have to say tomorrow. Don't bother. Just remember who really runs this household while you're out enjoying yourself. Surely after slapping you 5 times, you must have learned your lesson. Hurry up and do the housework. It's unbelievable that you'd hit me in the face when I'm trying to go to my brother's wedding. What are you thinking? You're seriously crazy. Of course I would. It's unacceptable to skip housework to go out. You need to realize that you're part of our family now. Getting slapped for skipping housework to attend your brother's wedding is completely justified. He's my brother, my real brother. He's always cared for me. And his wife has been very kind to me too. There's no way I'm missing their wedding. Besides, I've already prepared breakfast, haven't I? So why do I need to listen to all these complaints? And then what? What do you mean? Who's going to clear the table after breakfast? Who's going to wash the dishes? What about lunch? Are you coming back to make it? What about yesterday's laundry? What about cleaning? Do you know how many hairs people shed in a day? If you don't clean for one day, the house gets very dirty. Do you intend to make my son's family live in such a filthy house? That's ridiculous. If you eat, you can clear your own dishes, can't you? That's not even housework. It's just basic human decency. If you really don't want to wash dishes, leave them. I'll wash everything when I get back. But how are you going to make lunch in such a messy kitchen? I'm not coming back to make it. I've prepared some meals in advance, so if that's okay, warm them up in the microwave. If not, make something yourself or order takeout. You shouldn't need me to tell you this. Oh, so you're talking back now because you want to skip your housework? Is this your way of showing that you still thought about housework? I'm doing all this while pregnant and in pain, but you just sit around watching TV all day. That's only natural. I did all this when I married into my husband's family, too. Now it's your turn. You should be grateful that you get to be a stay-at-home wife. I wanted to keep working. Just because I'm a woman, I'm the one who has to get pregnant. I had to give up my career, and now I have to focus on housework for a man who barely works. Getting to be a stay-at-home wife? I wish my husband could get pregnant instead of me. If men had to deal with the morning sickness and pain of carrying a child, I'd gladly work as much as needed. How dare you speak about my son that way? He's providing for this family while you complain about a little housework. When I was pregnant, I never made such a fuss. A little housework? I do everything in this house. I cook, I clean, I do laundry, I organize everything, all while dealing with pregnancy symptoms. And your son isn't providing much of anything. My savings are what's keeping this household afloat. Equal? You think marriage is about being equal? It's about fulfilling your duties as a wife. That's what a real woman does. And what about his duties as a husband? Why doesn't he help around the house? Why doesn't he earn enough to support us? Why doesn't he stand up for me when you treat me this way? Oh, my son was right. That ambitious attitude of yours is annoying. If you want to talk about this, come back right away and I'll listen. You don't have the right to skip housework to go to a wedding. If you want to go, go with that swollen face of yours. Yes, I'm going. After all I've said, you still don't get it? You've got some nerve. Well, if that's how it is, I'll change the locks. Don't ever cross this threshold again. Is that a threat? You're threatening to lock me out of my own home because I'm attending my brother's wedding? This isn't your home. This is my home. You're here on my goodwill, which you've thoroughly exhausted with your attitude. I contribute financially to this household. You can't lock me out. Watch me. When you come crawling back later, you'll find yourself homeless. Maybe that will finally teach you some respect. You know what? Fine, if that's how you want it to be. Don't think your brother will take you in. Nobody wants a burden like you. You'll be begging to come back by tomorrow. Understood.
Thanks for coming to the wedding today, but your face was really swollen. What happened? Sorry I couldn't properly check in with you earlier. Who did this to you?
Emmett, you must be tired after the ceremony. Thanks for messaging me. I'm fine. It's your happy wedding day, so don't worry about it.
I can't just ignore it. You're my precious sister. What kind of brother wouldn't worry when his sister shows up with a red, swollen face?
Thank you, Emmett. After our parents passed away, you've always taken care of me like a parent. I'm really sorry for showing up to your wedding looking like this.
Don't apologize. You have nothing to be sorry for. I'm just concerned about you. Did something happen at home?
I didn't want to bring this up today of all days. This should be a happy celebration for you and your wife.
Emma, please, I can see you're hurting. You know I can't enjoy myself fully if I'm worried about you. Please tell me what's going on.
Okay, well, my mother-in-law did this to me. When I was about to leave for your wedding, she slapped me hard. She was all, "What are you doing skipping housework to go to your brother's wedding?"
What? Of course you'd go. That's normal. She knows about our family situation, right? and she still said such a horrible thing?
Yeah, that's the kind of person she is.
Has this happened before? Has she hit you before today?
Yes, it's not the first time. She's always been controlling, but lately it's gotten worse.
Why didn't you tell me sooner? I could have helped you.
I didn't want to burden you with my problems. You've been so busy with wedding preparations. And honestly, I was ashamed. I didn't want you to think I'd failed at marriage.
Emma, you haven't failed at anything. If anyone has failed, it's your husband for not protecting you from his mother's abuse.
He doesn't see it that way. He always takes her side.
And you're pregnant now, right? But she's living with you and won't help with housework?
Exactly. I'm exhausted. Why do I have to be a housekeeper while living with my in-laws? I always wanted to continue with my career.
This isn't right, Emma. You shouldn't have to live this way. No one deserves to be treated like this, especially not my little sister.
I know that now. I think I've known it for a while, but I kept hoping things would get better.
I see. I'm sorry. Things have been hectic with the wedding preparations lately. I couldn't be there for you properly. I had no idea you were struggling like this.
No, that's not true. You've been trying to help me in many ways. I thought it wasn't good to burden you with more concerns, so I kept quiet about some things, and it ended up like this. I'm sorry.
You've been enduring so much on your own. I'm sorry. I should have noticed. I'm sorry.
Don't say that. You and your wife have been such a big help to me. When I mentioned my troubles before, you took them seriously. Thanks to that, I've decided to take action myself. If it weren't for that, I might not have been able to attend your wedding today.
What do you mean by that?
Today, after she slapped me, she told me never to come back. She's been threatening me with divorce all along. She only sees me as a housekeeper, so she mistakenly thinks I'm easily replaceable. But after talking to you, I woke up. I realized I couldn't go on like this. In the past, if she had said, "Come back here or I'll lock you out," I probably would have apologized and gone straight home. But thanks to you, I went to the wedding and made up my mind to cut ties with them.
Is that so? So you're going through with it now?
Yes, I will. I'll put an end to this. I've gathered all the cards I need to send them to hell.
What can I do to help? Whatever you need, just name it.
Actually, there is something. The lawyer you introduced me to has been incredibly helpful. He's prepared everything for a divorce filing, but I need somewhere safe to stay once I make my move.
You'll stay with us, of course. We have the guest room all prepared. You can move in tonight if you need to.
Are you sure? I don't want to bother you and your new wife, especially right after your wedding.
Don't say that. She's the one who suggested it when I told her I was worried about you. She cares about you too, Emma.
She's an amazing woman. You're lucky to have found each other.
We both want to help you through this. No one deserves to be treated the way they've treated you. And your baby deserves a peaceful, loving home.
Thank you so much. I don't know what I'd do without you.
Of course. Let's get you moved after everything's cleared up here.
Thank you. You know, in a way, she did me a favor today. By showing her true colors so clearly, she made my decision much easier.
Sometimes people reveal exactly who they are at the most crucial moments. I'm just sorry it had to come to this.
Me too, but I'm looking forward to starting fresh, focusing on my baby, and maybe even returning to my career eventually.
And we'll be here to support you every step of the way, that's a promise.
Hey, when are you coming back? We ordered takeout and had lunch already. You're causing so much trouble. You told me not to come back, didn't you? So I won't be returning. What? Don't be ridiculous. Get back here and do the housework. Karen, you once kicked me hard and pushed me down the stairs. Do you remember? Huh? What are you talking about all of a sudden? That was ages ago. You kicked me in the back so hard that I had to go to the hospital. I was actually pregnant at that time. Oh, is that so? Why did you push me? Well, you were neglecting your housework because you were too focused on your job, so I thought I'd give you a wake-up call. I was frustrated. I see. Because of that impact, I lost the baby. If you hadn't kicked me, that child might be in this world right now. What's with bringing this up now? You've been hiding it all this time. What's your intention in saying this now? You're right, it is rather late, but it's very important to me. That's why I want to ask you, how did you feel when you kicked me? Coming to our family as a bride, that level of punishment is only natural. My feelings, well, I thought, too bad she survived. I see, so that's what you were thinking. Is there a point to this conversation? Are you trying to make me feel guilty? Because it won't work. No, I'm not trying to make you feel guilty. I'm simply establishing the facts. I want to be clear about what happened and how you felt about it. Fine, have it your way. The fact is, you weren't performing your duties adequately. I corrected you. That's what happened. Corrected me? Is that what you call pushing a pregnant woman down the stairs? Most people would call that assault or attempted murder. Don't be so dramatic. You tripped and fell. If anyone asks, that's what happened. Is that what you told my husband, that I tripped? Of course, and he believed me, as he should. A son always trusts his mother. And then with this pregnancy, I thought you'd finally quit your job, but even as a stay-at-home wife, you still can't properly do housework. What did you come into this family for anyway? Certainly not to be a housekeeper. I'm not being allowed to be a stay-at-home wife. I really wanted to continue my career without giving it up. But I had to quit my job because only women can get pregnant. There's no point in saying things like that. In exchange, you now get to enjoy being a stay-at-home wife, so you're in no position to complain. Enjoy being a stay-at-home wife? Being threatened by a mother-in-law who pushes me downstairs and slaps me 5 times before my brother's wedding? I can't possibly think that's enjoyable. My useless husband is all talk, acting like the man of the house but only complaining about work. I don't want to work. You should have kept working instead, he says, even though he knows how much I valued my career. That's just your selfishness, isn't it? That's how the world works. And what's with him insulting me to take out his frustration over the fact that he has a low salary and depends on me? It's all so ridiculous. What? Low salary? My son is supporting our family. So that's what you were told. I was the one supporting the household. I earned much more than him. Thanks to me, you were able to live comfortably. Once I'm gone, you'll understand what that means. Don't be ridiculous. You don't have to believe me now, but you'll see it for yourself at the end of the month. I had to give up my career and focus on housework because only I can get pregnant. But my husband comes home with his pathetic salary, and instead of helping with housework, he just lazes around on his phone. Meanwhile, I'm fighting morning sickness and pain, yet still being forced to do all the housework in that condition. So what? Stop complaining and come back to do the housework. No, I'm not coming back. Not today, not tomorrow, not ever. This is absurd. Where will you go? What will you do? You have nothing without this family. I have everything without this family. I have my skills, my education, my savings that you haven't managed to drain yet. And most importantly, I have people who actually care about me and support me. Your brother won't take you in forever. Soon you'll be crawling back, begging for forgiveness. Don't think you can keep manipulating me. Your son started going out to play to avoid being complained at, and he started seeing other women. While his pregnant wife was suffering, he did nothing. Kept his low salary for his own hobbies, used the money I earned, and played around with other women. That's the kind of scum your son is. What? What are you talking about? I'm talking about the women he meets at hotels during his so-called overtime shifts. I'm talking about the money he spends on gifts for them while claiming we need to budget carefully at home. These are lies, vicious lies. My son would never do such things. You were so busy harassing me that you didn't notice your son's strange behavior. But I didn't miss it, the changes in his lifestyle, his way of speaking. So I consulted my brother, who introduced me to a detective and a lawyer. We've got solid evidence of your son's infidelity. Now all that's left is to get compensation. I'll take this opportunity to divorce him and cut ties with all of you.
Wait, calm down. Isn't this getting out of hand? All I've been doing is telling you to do housework.
That's not true. You physically attacked me, so you should prepare yourself too. I filed a police report.
What? What do you mean?
I won't be coming back, but in my place, someone will be arriving soon. The police.
The police? For what? A little family disagreement?
For assault, for bodily harm resulting in the loss of my unborn child. For the 5 slaps across my face this morning, all documented, all reported.
Wait, I don't understand. Why? What are you saying?
I'm saying that actions have consequences. You've been tormenting me all this time. I'm going to take what I'm owed from you people and cut ties. I can't take it anymore.
Wait, you're exaggerating. All I want is for you to do the housework. If you're saying I was too harsh, let's talk about it.
Too harsh? You call killing my baby too harsh? You call constant verbal abuse and physical violence too harsh? We're well beyond talking.
Please, Emma, think about what you're doing. Think about our family, about your husband, about the baby you're carrying now.
I am thinking about my baby. That's exactly why I'm doing this. I won't let this child grow up in an abusive household like I've been living in.
We can change. I can change. Just come home and we'll work this out.
Look at how scared you are. This is the consequence of your actions. There's no need for discussion. This is what you've done. Using your power to crush someone. You did it to me, so I'm doing it back. You and your family can all go to hell.
Emma, please, you can't do this to us, to my son, to me.
Watch me. The police should be at your door any minute now. I suggest you prepare yourself for some difficult questions.
Emma, listen to me. We're family. Despite everything, we're still family. Doesn't that mean anything to you?
Family doesn't hurt each other the way you've hurt me. Family doesn't abuse and manipulate and lie. You're not my family. You never were.
Please, I'm begging you, don't do this.
It's already done. Goodbye, Karen. After that, my mother-in-law was taken away by the police, while her son apparently watched on from the sidelines. As for him, when presented with evidence of his infidelity and demands for compensation, he seemed to have accepted his fate and quietly followed instructions. My father-in-law was the only harmless one, but he apologized for not intervening despite knowing how violent his wife was and promised not to bother me anymore. With my brother and his wife's help, I safely gave birth. My daughter is thriving. She's healthy, happy, and surrounded by people who genuinely love her. Sometimes I look at her and think about how close I came to raising her in that toxic environment. Teaching her that abuse was normal and that women should just endure whatever treatment they receive and shiver at the thought. I lost my husband's family, but I'm spending such happy days with my child that I quickly